Welcome to this module. Today we're going to talk about how to run an effective team meeting. There are three main steps to running any meeting. Having completed this module, you will be able to plan the meeting and the agenda, run the meeting effectively, and record the minutes. Let's look at the first step, planning the meeting. Think about who needs to attend, where we will meet, what do we need to discuss, and how long the meeting will take. Setting the agenda is probably the most important part of planning any meeting. You may have regular standing items, but don't forget to invite others to contribute to the agenda. Order items so that items that don't require much discussion are dealt with first. Ask others to lead the discussion on items that are relevant to them. And a top tip is to assign a time limit on each item. This will allow you to estimate how long your meeting will take, and it will help you keep on track during the meeting. Step 2 involves running the meeting. Appoint a chairperson. This might be the team lead initially, but you can rotate this role. Start on time so that you can finish on time. You might want to do an introduction exercise for any new members. Ensure everyone has a copy of the agenda and assign roles such as a minute taker or note taker and a timekeeper. Remember, the chairperson cannot do everything. Managing a meeting may be difficult, and you can encounter difficult participants. For example, you may have someone who dominates the discussion at your meeting. This may be because they're passionate about an issue, or they may have an ulterior motive. The best way to manage this person is to perhaps give them an opportunity to chair the meeting or take the minutes. You can also use phrases like, "Thanks for that. Now what do others think?" You may have some busybodies at your meeting who are distracted by phones or laptops. A good way to deal with this issue is to set some ground rules on your first meeting. Ask the team how they would like the meeting to work. Agree the ways of working for the team, and this can include leaving phones and laptops off for the duration of the meeting. All improvement requires change, and you will inevitably come across some cynical people at your meeting. The best way to challenge this behaviour is to ask open questions. You could ask, "So what would you suggest?" Or, "So what would you do?" Some people will want to steer the discussion away to an item of interest to them. It may not even be related to the purpose of your meeting. Here's where your agenda comes in handy. Use phrases like, "Can we get back to the agenda?" or "We've run out of time on that discussion, can we move to the next item?" Some people may appear absent from your meeting. They may be disengaged for some reason, or they may not be comfortable speaking in a group. Gently encourage them to participate without putting them on the spot. Call them by their name and say things like, "You have lots of experience in this area. Is there anything you might suggest?" You can also use brainstorming exercises or engagement activities in your meeting, which can really help everyone participate. The final step in running an effective meeting is to record the meeting. At the first team meeting, you should agree the format of the minutes. It can be helpful to use a standard template for each meeting. Agree how and when the minutes will be distributed and where they will be stored. Ask the minute or note taker to read out the actions during the meeting and make sure everyone is in agreement. Finally, close the meeting by agreeing a time and date for the next meeting and thank everyone for their participation. So if you can remember these three steps, plan the meeting and agenda, run the meeting, and record the minutes, you'll be well on your way to making sure your team meetings are effective and productive. Thank you for watching.